Oh, also, here's Kevin O'Leary's
4%.
idiotic assessment where he claims that Xi Jinping will be overthrown because of Donald Trump's brilliant moves. What a fucking moron, dude. What an absolute idiot. What a dumb baboon this guy is.
Tariffs in China are not enough. I'm advocating 400%. I do business in China. They don't play by the rules. They've been in the WTO for decades. They have never abided by any of the rules they agreed to when they came in for decades. They cheat, they steal IP. I can't litigate in their courts. They take product, technology, they steal it, they manufacture it, and sell it back here. Never has an administration.
400% tariffs? What would that?
They steal IP. Okay, why are you still manufacturing then? If they steal IP, did you not know that they were doing that last year? Did you not know that they were doing that a decade ago? Is it actually theft if the American enterprise leadership knows that it's happening and still voluntarily moves manufacturing there? This is the dumbest argument of all time. And I'm not even making the case for intellectual property abolition, even though I do believe in it. Okay, I do. But the notion that like the American capitalists did not know that China was doing this or was going to do this and still continued to work with China is so fucking dumb. It is a lie told. It is a lie told to the Americans. It is a lie told to the West. And that's why you hear it all the fucking time from the dumbest people in society. You got motherfuckers who are not Apple. You're not Tim Apple, little bro. You barely can get a apple from the grocery store, and you're over here talking about how if Apple must maintain its IP protections, like what the is going on here? I can't believe China is stealing their IP. It's like, dude, what are you talking about? You think Tim Cook doesn't know that that's happening? The fuck are you talking about? It's the dumbest argument to make. You are a consumer. You have nothing to do with this process. What do you mean China is stealing IP? Are you Mr. Intel? Are you John Intel? Are you Tim Apple? No? Then shut the fuck up. Because from your perspective, the only thing that you get is a possibly cheaper generic alternative. Why the fuck are you complaining, you stupid moron? No, you don't understand. I'm John Nvidia. I can't believe that they're stealing our IP. Yeah, also, Apple is extremely careful about their IP and are willing to lose money to protect it. If Apple thought that China was stealing IP was a problem, then they would leave. Exactly.
Nobody has taken on China yet, not the Europeans, no administration for decades. As someone who actually does business there, I've had enough. I speak for millions of Americans who have IP that have been stolen by the Chinese. I have nothing against the Chinese people. They brought great literacy, art, and tech to the world. The government cheats and steals, and finally, an administration, you may not like Trump, you may not like his style or his rhetoric, finally, an administration that puts up and says enough. 400% tariffs tomorrow morning. He'll tell you why. Xi can only stay the supreme leader if people are employed. If we wipe out any business there, because we are still 39% of all consumables on Earth and 25% of the world's GDP, America is the #1 economy on Earth with all the cards. We will not.
Yeah, how did that happen? How did that happen? Doesn't it feel like Trump, at least ostensibly, wants to reverse that? We did that, and now Trump wants to reverse it. He wants to break it. The fuck do you mean? None of this makes sense. It quite literally doesn't make sense. Do you want to be a manufacturing economy or do you want to be a consumer economy? Also, you're fucking Canadian, you bald piece of shit. Why the fuck do you care? Shut up. You're America's hat. Yeah, also, he said 39% of the entire planet and not 39% of China's overall exports. I don't know what the exact percentage is, but it's significantly lower than that. Let me tell you, it's 12%. Yeah, I think it is 12%. The U.S. is Canada's shorts. Yeah, and guess what, dude? Canada, you shit your shorts, okay? Because we shit ourselves. So that means you shit your pants, Canada. Yeah, guess what, Canada? You got dookie in your pants. Why? Because we shit ourselves. Canadian slander is so easy for you. Did I miss it? Wait, what did
economy on Earth with all the cards. We will not have that forever. It's time to squeeze Chinese heads into the wall.
It's time to squeeze Chinese heads into the wall? Oh my God, dude, the way we talk about Chinese people and the nation state, like how permissible that kind of statement is. This is like when Iranian leadership talks about America, saying like death to America or lights an American flag on fire, and we throw a bitch fit for a week. We're like, how dare they do that? First of all, they have every right to do that. Okay, they have every right to do that. Of course they're supposed to do that. We're f***ing them over. China is not even f***ing us over, and you still want to kill them. Like, what is wrong with you, dude? I'm reminded of that meme where it's like, hey, would you like to buy our cheap commodities? And it's like, oh, kill you. And then underneath, it's like Israel being like, give me all the money that you have so I can do a genocide. It's like, yes, of course, Israel. Thank you for demanding.
Well, hold on a second, Kevin. Well, I hear you, but hold on. If we're talking about people, the average consumer, not necessarily the head honchos of businesses all across the globe, can they withstand the pressure of that sort of tax on the goods?
Short-lived. There will be.
But what's your timeline compared?
Short-lived. What do you mean? Why would that be short-lived? If your assessment is you want to put 400% tariffs on China, which, by the way, there makes no difference between 124 versus 400%. It is a de facto trade embargo. And nobody is paying that price because no commodity is that exclusive and that good. So it already doesn't make difference. It doesn't make a difference at all. But you're over here talking about like, oh, it's just short-lived. Why would that be short-lived? How would that be short-lived? What do you mean by this? What happens when they f***ing hold out?
You don't know the average American's timeline, what they can actually survive. There's people right now who can't survive
400% tomorrow morning, cheese on an airplane to Washington to cut a deal.
400%. Us Canadians hate this dumbass. His own people hate him. I know, but I'm sorry. I'm sick and tired of Canada dumping their worst pieces of shit on us, okay? I'm an advocate for mass deportation of all reactionary Canadians off of U.S. soil instantly. Maybe we are Canada's diaper, dude. And Canada keeps shitting in his diaper, keeps shitting the Kevin O'Learys and the Steven Crowders of the world directly into their doo-doo ass. And we happen to be the diaper that eats all that shit. Is Canada dumping or is America a magnet for shitting people? Oh, no, America's a magnet. America is a dookie magnet. Dude, every other nation's discards we voluntarily bring over here and turn into celebrities, okay? I'll never forget the number one anti-MMR vaccines cause autism doctor that the British government literally was like, yeah, what the fuck are you talking about? You can't say these things. You're no longer a doctor. Andrew Wakefield. You know what Andrew Wakefield did? Immediately, first flight out to the United States of America. Now he has a compound, a model wife. Andrew Tate is another one. We only take every dumb reactionary from every other goddamn country. China owns a complete production chain and has big enough domestic and international markets. You can't squeeze China, but good luck paying 400% more for your phones, coffee machines, washing machines, batteries, bikes, light bulbs, shirts, and toys, and everything else you don't know that's coming from China. Exactly. You know what will happen? You know whose head will end up being squeezed against the wall? The American elite. You take away the treats, and let me tell you what will happen. It won't be the Chinese heads being squeezed against the wall. It'll be your bald fucking head. The fuck? City lowers China GDP growth prediction to 4.2 from 4.7. This is truly extraordinary and really demonstrates that Trump doesn't have the cars when it comes to China. He's about to put tariffs on over 100%, and one of the top U.S. banks, Citi, predicts that the impact on China's GDP will be 0.5, virtually nothing. I mean, 0.5 GDP impact is not nothing, but I think China can handle it. What is this? Can you please?
Whatever you think of Trump, his economic plan makes complete sense. The US has 36 trillion in debt. In 2025, they will spend 6 trillion, but will only collect 4 trillion in revenue. So they need to borrow 2 trillion, and this will increase their debt to 30.
Dude, yeah. What are you saying, man? None of that matters. What kind of math are we doing? America is not defaulting, okay? America doesn't take debt like the average family. America doesn't even deal with debt in the way that other countries without sovereign currencies have to deal with debt. It's just not any... Dude, look at the stock market. It's all... The entire global economy might as well be held together by the confidence that everyone has in America maintaining its superpower position. It's just like America being like, yeah, default is possible. No, if America is defaulting, it's over. The entire global system is collapsing. You have much bigger issues to worry about than America defaulting on its debt. That means everything is over. That means the world, in the way that we understand it, is over. China wouldn't let that happen. Okay? No, that doesn't mean China wins. That means China is losing too. What do you guys think? China still trades on American currency. No, it is not in China's best interest for America to default and the entirety of the global the entirety of the global markets to collapse. That's why I think it's so stupid when these guys are like, you don't understand. America is too much debt. Like, that's not even the reason why Trump is doing any of this shit. That's so stupid.
38 trillion. Trump economic plan, it is based on 3 levers. Number 1, cut expenses by 1 trillion, which is Doge, Elon Musk. He's targeting waste and fraud, like social security payments for people who are 150 years old. That is just fraud.
Yeah, Trump is really reducing American expenditure. That's why he said, we're going to have a $1 trillion military literally yesterday. This guy is so fucking stupid, okay? Why did you guys send me this insanely idiotic argument? I hate when people make these dumbass arguments with no understanding of anything. Social Security in and of itself is self-sustaining. What the is this guy talking about? Like, oh, there's so much Social Security fraud. Like, what are you saying? 950,000 likes on this idiotic, like, this is what, a minute in, and there's like 11 erroneous claims in it.
2, increasing revenue by 1 to 2 trillion through, number 1, tariffs. They will increase tariffs from 50 billion to 500 billion target. People will say, but other countries will retaliate. They will not be able to do it. The US is the biggest customer on earth. They consume 20 trillion every year. They are the biggest importer. They import 3 trillion every year. Plus, the current tariffs is actually not fair. Why should US cars entering Europe faces 10% tariffs, while the European cars entering the US just pay 2.5%? It's not fair. And because of the tariff changes,
it's not fair.
It now makes economic sense to build factories and businesses inside the US again. That means more jobs, means tax-paying businesses, and more foreign investment coming in. He will also increase revenue by deregulation. He will remove...
Oh my God! What is this? Dubai Ian Miles Chong? What the f*** is this? 954,000 likes, bro. Virtually everything he said is f***ing wrong. Oh my God. He's Egyptian? My bad. I mean, can you blame me for thinking that he's from Dubai? Can you blame me? Really? I'm not going to watch the rest of this. The comments are worse. The U.S. needed a businessman to run the country instead of a career politician. Exactly. This is what the media will not tell you. 105,000 likes. That's literally all the media has been saying. What this guy is explaining is the only thing that Fox News has been saying. He is, as a matter of fact, just regurgitating what Fox News has been saying. He's actually regurgitating what Trump has been saying. What the f*** are you saying? This is the only thing that Donald Trump says. And therefore, every part of the mainstream media, mainstream press, either because they're repeating what Trump is saying and reporting on it, or directly defending it, is saying this. People are so incredibly f***ing stupid. Have you seen British HasanAbi in
What
Cambridge?
do we actually want from the PRC? What does the West actually want from China? What are the goalposts? Because we continuously keep moving them. In many ways, the West will not be happy with China until China stops being China. The West's expectation of China lacks complete clarity. For instance, on one hand, we say we need to follow all the World Trade Organization orders, principles. Yet, on the other, we have an incumbent president in the US whose favorite...
Yeah, they're not following the World Trade Organization principles. Dude, you know what's funny? The World Trade Organization, America saying China's not playing by the rules and China actually f*** us over is basically like Ethan Klein in the Context Puke coming out and being like, Hasan lied to me. He hid the fact that he's a socialist. It is the exact same f***ing statement, verbatim. America's like, wait, what? The Communist Party of China in the People's Republic of China was operating on not the capitalist boundaries that we've designed global trade around, but instead we're casting aside market fundamentals for something different, a, dare I say, command economy? What? How dare they? We didn't think that they would do this. We did not think that they would have complete control over all of their private enterprise and would often create goods at an impossible to compete price point. What? They're fucking socialists, dude? What happened to Do you think this is because people unironically thought communism was dead with the dissolution of the USSR? I mean, I don't know. I don't know.